Good morning, everybody. This is Irene with Brainstorm Acres, and I thought you'd take you around the greenhouse today a little bit and show you what I'm going to be up to next. It's time to get rid of a couple of plants, and I'm going to be replanting some new seeds. I save a lot of odd things. This is the top for trays that we purchased 2 years ago. I decided that since I am trying to cover things in here to create a little bit more heat, and also I like to cover them when they're sprouting because our moisture content can be super low. Now right now in here, actually, if you look at this over here, you'll see the dots on the floor. This is actually the roof raining on us, and I occasionally get whacked while I'm out here. That's because we're heating in here. The propane naturally creates water, and as part of its burning process here, so it's putting water into the inside of this thing and making it drippy. In fact, this morning I carefully brought out my pen for marking the little wooden tags and everything else like that. Got out here, and I knew these were out here and they had never been used, so they were great. But unfortunately, the spot that they were sitting was in this puddle over here that was caused by not any spillage on my part, but by the roof leaking. And when I say leaking, it's condensation on the inside. It's not the actual roof leaking, it's dripping on us. So fortunately, I think I've scrambled up enough other little sticks that I can mark stuff, because I do want to make sure I know what everything is. So let me show you how I'm going to recycle here. I have this. Now this is one of those little flats that I bought at the big box store that had annuals in it. In fact, it says annual. Ta-da! What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half right there, and that'll give me a section that will fit under there perfectly. And that's my goal, is to have that little cover so that I can start the seeds in there, keep them moist and a little bit warmer if necessary. And I'll put that whole thing into one of these trays, which is just an old baking tin thing that I had left over. So let me get started on that. And I did fish out my seeds. I've got them in another one of these trays because I'm trying to make sure they don't get wet, because there's too much wet on the surfaces around here. So I'm trying to keep everything nice and tidy, because I have gotten seed packets wet before. And when you get them wet enough, that means that you have to plant all of them, and that's not something I want to do right now. So let's get started. I've got my dirt. I've got my guys here, and my favorite cement block we're sitting on. So I brought out my good kitchen shears. These are work kitchen shears. They're not actually used for food prep. Although sometimes I'll do something like cut the roots off onions with them, which is not exactly what I call food prep. These are more for harvesting and cutting cardboard and stuff like that. These trays are not in the greatest condition. They actually, you'll notice the size is all slumpy. That's because it melted. It was left in the greenhouse, and it actually melted because it got so hot in here. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. So now I have this, which will fit in here, and which this can do a pretty good job of covering. So I'm good with that. This has a little slide on top so that I can open it. It doesn't fit as tight as if I had one of the regular bottoms. First thing, dirt. This is brand new dirt. Right out of the bag. It's never been used before. Well, it seems that we had a little technical difficulty there. I was very carefully monitoring the battery life, and the card to record the videos filled up. So let me do a quick review. Here I have my little tray. This was actually a larger, we have achieved maximum sogginess in here right now, so it's dripping on me. This was a larger tray that annuals came in. I cut it in half, the purpose being that way I could have 16 cells. I could stick this guy in here, and I can cover it with this. Ta-da! I have 5 different kinds of lettuce in here. I have a row of romaine, a row of black-seeded Simpson, one of green star lettuce, one of oak leaf lettuce, except for this, which is green butter. Now, the green butter and the oak leaf are both Salanovas, which are a specific patented lettuce. I have been very impressed with them. I was kind of impressed with the price of them in a negative way when I first saw what they cost. But, wow, I'm loving the lettuce. So we will probably get more this year. I just have to decide how I'm going to grow it, because growing outside was not a success. We had too many bugs and other things. But for growing in the winter, it has been awesome. We're very happy with it. We have a lot of it over here in the lettuce pots, lettuce beds, call them what you want, they're wicking totes. And our romaine has started to bolt, which is why I have 4 cells of romaine. I think I have 6 growing romaine plants over there. Black-seeded Simpson and green star are both older seeds, so I planted extra in those. And I have 1 of the Salanova seeds in each of the other ones. So all I have to do now is I've got to water these, then I'm going to remove the remains of the romaines, yes, that are over here. I need to pick lettuce for lunch. Then I am done and on to another project. We have a lot going on right now. It's holiday season, which if you run any kind of a business that sells to people at the holidays, gets a little crazy. So let me get water. I've got this, I need to get this out of the way so I don't accidentally spill on it. Put it over here with my coat. This is actually a piece of plastic. We sort of divided the greenhouse up a little bit to concentrate the majority of the heat down at this end, because that's where the plants are. I pull this water out of our rain barrels that we have at the other end here. They're not actually collecting water in here, but they are actually, the water's transferred from our rain collection system. So I'm going to soak these real good. If anyone knows of a really good watering can that has really fine rows on it like this, comment in the comments, please, because I have looked all over for one and I have yet to find it. This is a very ancient one. It is falling apart, and everything that people want to sell me now has got big clunky things on it like this. This is horrible. I would never recommend it. I got it off Amazon. It looks good. The end tends to fall off, which can be disastrous when you're watering seedlings. And also, it's just too massive a flow. You need a gentle flow when you're trying to water your seedlings, and this does not provide a gentle flow. So what I'm going to do here, this soil is not bone dry, but I'm also going to flood the bottom tray because I want it to have plenty of water to wick up. I'm going to put this little lid on. I'm going to close him up for now. Time to remove some romaine. So this one here has definitely bolted. Yeah. Whew. It's like eating collards raw. So I'm just gonna twist this guy out. He was transplanted in here from a pot. And you can see he has a fairly compact root ball, although he's extended himself a bit. But he was very happy and did very well for us. I'll actually need to check. I don't remember how long he's been in here. I'll have to check my list. Very pleased with the number of salads we got off these guys. Pretty amazing. This guy has also bolted for sure. I'm just going to twist him off because he's really close to his buddy here and I don't want to damage his buddy. But you can see just this last week, he's extended this part here. These used to be really close together. So now we have room for these guys. I'm suspecting these other guys are also starting to bolt. He's still okay. He'll go in our lunchtime salad. Henry asked me to bring in salad fixings. So he's still okay. Not too bad. Not as sweet as they were before, but still quite edible. So I'll probably take a couple leaves off of him. Take a couple off that have some frost damage. So we're looking kind of naked now. And I don't expect these guys to last much longer, which is why I want to get somebody else in here. I'm going to pick some more of the butter lettuce, stuff like that. Need to water a little bit, and then we're good. Our roads are a giant mud puddle right now. We went to a local family Christmas party last night. Oh boy, the attendance was like a quarter of what it was the previous year, because it was just so muddy out there. The people were afraid, and we shut it down early actually because it was starting to rain and people were afraid they wouldn't be able to get home. I always figured that these would bolt a lot sooner, and when they did, I was planning to plant spinach. Well, they didn't bolt. That is it for today. I'm going to put down a little bit more water. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. It's just the inside garden. About the only thing we have really growing in the, well, we do have some stuff in the outside garden. I think that's another video. I know, Jack, it's raining. Pretty soon. He wants to go in. Like, Mom, take me in before it rains on me. Hope you enjoyed this today. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification button so that you get to see what else we do. We're going to be doing all sorts of videos this winter about an assortment of topics. Henry has suggested that we do some about my business a little bit, so we'll probably be doing some of that. I have a fairly large project I have to complete rather quickly for a friend. But for gardening, there's going to be lots of it. We'll be talking about seed choice, how 2019 went for us, what we're definitely going to plant again, what we're not going to plant again, how we choose our seeds, all that sort of thing. And it varies hugely from place to place. We've lived all over the United States, and yeah, very different places. So, hope you enjoyed this. Have a great week. Bye. Lettuce, 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 lots of lettuce, lettuce, lettuce. Yummy salads. Okay. Jack's like, can we go in yet, Mom? Yeah, the roof is leaking on me here. You can see the drips. That one piece of lettuce was bitter.